Hi Nikita, hi Karthik, hi Pranav.
Hi Tika, hi Karthik, hi Nikita. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
I think we can start. Karthik?
Yeah. Is everyone joined, Ritika? Okay.
I think from our team, yes, and I see 11 people,
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We have a team to present here, and I think our colleagues, Ritika, would host this session. She will set the context, and after that, myself and Nikita would present the use cases, and Pranav would come on, the risks and biases and the future of AI.
Thanks Karthik.
Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Nikita, if you can move to the first slide. Hi everyone, we are Catalyst Management Services from the Catalyst platform. Catalyst Management Services is an impact-driven consulting organization, been in the sector for 30 years, and we've been doing evaluations and mixed methods within the country for 30 years now. So probably one of the pioneers, in mixed methods within the country. We work on development solution through strategic advisory services, research and evaluations being one of them. We also have social businesses where we try to create financially sustainable enterprises that deliver measurable social impact. Through our Impact Catalyst Foundation, we also work on actual implementation and research through our not-profit Vritti and Swasti. We also look at convening, facilitating, and coordinating multi-stakeholder networks and collaboratives across the country and abroad. So that's the larger introduction about CMS. Nikita. Today, I think we have a team of 4 members from CMS. I'll ask them to introduce themselves. I'm Ritika Gupta. I lead the research practice at CMS. I've been with the company for about 8 years now, and before that, I was working with Center for Monitoring Indian Economy for about 16 years of my experience working on data research. Karthik, Nikita, and Pranav, if you can also introduce yourself.
Sure, I can go ahead next. Hi, everyone. I'm Karthikeyan. I'm in the development sector for the last 12 to 13 years. And I have been in this sector conducting impact evaluations, primarily SRY and other assessments. I've also conducted trainings on them and worked across multiple geographies, multiple thematic area. To work in the sector is always a passion and will continue to do so. Now with AI, I'm more interested in product developments around that. And today would be an interesting session, sharing our examples and looking forward to this session. Over to my colleague, Nikita.
Hi everyone, I'm Nikita. So I've been in the sector for about 7 years now. I have a background in rural management and been with CMS for about 5 years, mostly working on program and impact evaluations across domains. So yeah, looking forward to be a part of this and host this session. Over to you, Pranav.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Pranav. I've been with CMS for around a year and a half now and have been engaged in quantitative research and economics research for around 9 years in total. I have a background in economics, mathematics, and statistics, and have been applying these skills to write papers and bring out research outputs in economics and the development sector. And with the help of AI, I've been able to start making forays into qualitative research as well. And I'm very excited to be part of this session.
Thank you, team. So today, the way we've structured the presentation is that we first will be talking about the principles for using AI, where AI fits within qualitative research based on our experience. And then we have divided the presentation into 2 parts. One is the tested use cases from our own research, where we present some of the prompt engineering, narrative mapping, and analysis and visualization that we have done using AI. And the second part is divided into building custom agents, and applications that you can build using vibe coding for structuring data, for plugging in gaps, for process gaps within the AI agents that they can't do report structuring, AI studio applications, etc. So one of the applications is something simpler, and the other is a SROI use case that we have built around, and the last we have the risk and mitigation future of AI and ethics that should be in place. So, Nikita, we can go ahead. I just want to ask the team, that the attendees here, that they are able to hear us clearly. Great, great. Okay. Over to you, Nikita.
I think it would be me, Nikita. I would take it from here.
Sure, Kat.
The principles Ritika has briefly highlighted, but I would like to go into specifics. The first part is human interpretation is central. So where you'll have to understand the context specifically. That I mean, it's not only about hallucinations, but it's also about understanding the importance, right? I mean, the great examples people give is that how to commit suicide is one common question that has been asked in ChatGPT. So it's very important, whether we are going to get certain information that could harm us or that could be relevant to us. In terms of research, I mean, again, it is relevant to the proposal or the project you are writing is very significant, right? And the second part is whether it is well referenced or well evidenced, right? So you need to validate with a certain source material, and that's very critical. And another important principle is that prompting is a research skill, right? I mean, you can give vague prompts and still get good responses for AIs like Claude. But on the other hand, if you use local LLMs and you are able to give vague prompts, you may not get it. So prompting is something you will have to develop because people are moving even from prompt engineering to context engineering. So understanding the context and custom requirements are the foremost thing. Nowadays, you can't rely only on one AI tool. There are AI tool which comes up with multiple agents, and multiple AI tools could be also used. I think that's where the efficiency and precision would be guaranteed. And it's very important for us to think only on exclusivity. We will have to think on multiple sources, multiple validations. Like I said, the last part is also connected to the first part. I mean, human interpretation is very important. Ethics is very important. You cannot give any beneficiaries data so easily. That would violate a lot of privacies, whether it is images, whether it is personal details. So it's very important for us to consider ethics here. These principles are very significant. If I have to see where we are using AI, I mean, if you just look at the life cycle of research, we are going from design to producing the final output, that is reporting, right? At various stages, we are using AI. To begin with, understanding the theory of change. I mean, we have developed few custom GPTs for that to transcribe the data from the field, or even to convert it into different languages, translate from English to any Indian language, be it Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, Malayalam. So we use these tools, and there are different thematic level analysis also we bring. When we mean thematic level analysis, it could be based on any socioeconomic categories. And again, we do also inductive and deductive. Inductive is apart from the existing themes or existing requirements, and deductive is based on the given requirements of specific themes, what we can deduce and give it, right? And we also will try to see a narrative structuring, right? If there are significant research questions or hypotheses, are we addressing that, right? Or what are the major themes that comes out? So we use tools for all of this. I mean, now it sounds pretty dry. We will come up with use cases. So there you'll be practically seeing how we are applying. Now over to you, Nikita.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So till now, we understood broadly how AI fits in to qualitative research, and to begin with, so for any aspect of research or qualitative evaluation, if we are going to use AI, the first thing and the most important thing is how we structure the prompts. So we have listed down 4 key aspects that are important for developing a good prompt. We need to set the frame correctly. We need to anchor it in our research questions, specify the format in which we require the output, and ask for what is absent or what is missing, and not just what is present. So one of the biggest learnings from our usage of AI tools was that AI outputs, depend less on the tool itself and more on the quality of the prompt. So in a way, prompt engineering kind of becomes analogous to writing a strong research question or a clear analytical framework. So so instead of like asking vague questions like analyze these interviews, we are asking it, specifically. So what we mean by setting a frame is we are asking it, to take the position, say, of a senior qualitative researcher, keep that in mind, and then perform the analysis. When we talk about anchoring it in the research question, we are asking or pushing the AI to move beyond summarization, and pushing it to move into analytical reasoning, and so that it can help surface the tensions, implementation gaps, or unexpected outcomes that we want from our evaluation. So when we are talking about structuring the output, the output, why this is important is because if a prompt does not specify the kind of output that is required, the AI tool can often default to giving long or unstructured responses. So clearly stating that I require a one-page brief with headings, bullet points, or codes or paragraphs, so that becomes important. And when we are asking AI, to identify what is missing, it helps us, tell things that are not just there on the surface of the TOR, but go deeper. And help us reveal the facts that might have been missed. So that is why setting a giving a good prompt becomes important. And you can use can you just go back, Karthik, once? Yeah, so you can use different a mix of different AI tools to do this. So in our case, we have used ChatGPT extensively to build the prompt itself, and then run it in other AIs like, say, a Notebook LM or a Claude or Gemini. So yes, next slide. Now, here we are talking, this is the second use case where we are talking about using Notebook LM for narrative mapping. Now, what we mean by narrative mapping is kind of to create a mind map, or just laying out a structure of all the different aspects that are there in the evaluation. So so when it comes to the RFP stage, if we want to know or at a glance, without delving going deeper into the TOR, what the objectives of the evaluation are, or what the methodology needs to be, what methodology the client wants to be used, or what geographies and the evaluation is going to be set in. So to understand all these things, Notebook LM is has this feature of producing mind maps, which gives you a bird's eye view of the RFP. And then not only during the RFP stage, but even for other aspects of the evaluation, say when we are trying to analyze the data using different analytical lenses, or there are multiple pathways or hypotheses which we are testing with multiple indicators. When we are brainstorming on all these, at that time also using this mind maps feature of Notebook LM becomes important. And of course, while when we said at the starting as well, and when we'll be discussing more on it at the end as well, but what is important when using any AI tool is to keep that in mind, that it is not replacing the researcher. We need to validate and check whatever the inferences or outputs that the AI is producing with our source material, and also our knowledge and our experience from the field of the domain and the subject. So yeah, this is about mind maps. Next is we can also use AI for not only like hypothesis generation, but also during analysis. Like we've mentioned, we have used various AI tools like Notebook, LM, ChatGPT to analyze RFPs, interview transcripts, and qualitative data sets. And we designed the prompts to bring out the emerging hypothesis, the hidden patterns, contradictions, and AI gave. So for the most critical use of AI is that it is able to rapidly synthesize large amounts of data, which would take a lot of time and resources if we were to do it manually. So it helps us. To test these hypotheses and the analysis, but like goes without saying that we need to check the outputs generated thoroughly. Yes, and yeah, and next slide. Yeah, and one of the most important use cases of AI is also in creating visually appealing evaluation frameworks. So what is an evaluation framework? Where we are, trying to fit in multiple elements of an evaluation, stay from the research objective to the methods used, the methods for data collection used, methods for analysis, the stakeholder groups, the sample, research outputs, everything, so that any client or any donor can understand what the purpose and the methods that the evaluation will entail in a snapshot. So when we use AI for designing this framework, it helps create very visually intuitive and good designs, which you can obviously structure according to the branding of your organization, etc., and without losing the methodological rigor. So basically, the pathways, the theory of change, the outcomes, everything can be very beautifully visualized using AI. And of course, like we were saying, we even here the prompt that we give becomes very important. We cannot ask AI to just generate an infographic based on say this TOC. We have to ask it to create layered visualizations, specifically denoting, say the inputs, your actions and outcomes and impact, say, of a theory of change. So when we, so basically what we are trying to say here, that it is a blend of the knowledge of the researcher and also using AI. So both are important in using AI in qualitative research. Next slide. Yeah, so just to show you a few examples of how we did it, if Karthik, if we can go to the Notebook LM link. Yes, and also if you can open a few of the outputs, and just to let you know that on the left hand side, so this is how Notebook LM website looks like. On the left side, we can add all the different sources of data that we have on our topic of evaluation, and on the right hand side, so in the middle you can chat with the AI on what you wanted to do, and on the right hand side you can get different outputs from this data. So if we can just open the first one. Yeah. Yes, so this is how an analytical framework we had created for a social prediction program that we were evaluating. Clearly, telling the study objectives, the research methodology, the outputs that we are going to get. So something, creating such a framework would take so much of effort. And time to design, which can be done within minutes using AI, and the evaluator can focus more on the analytical outcomes or objectives, basically doing more of the research work, and spending less time in the design work using such tools. Karthik, can you show the mind map one? Yes. So, like I said, for this program, it is telling the different, telling the different aspects of the program. What its core functions are, what are its principles, level of engagement, and within each function also, it is going deeper. When we are talking about the principles for social protection, it is talking about inclusion, equity, and sustainability. And of course, goes without saying that sometimes certain factors or aspects can be missed by the AI as well. So it is really important that we do not blindly trust the outputs, but help use it as a effective tool, as an aid that can support us in evaluations. So yeah, it is. Yes, so this is the mind maps feature, and so a couple of other features also which you can explore, say structuring of tables or creation of slides, etc. Yes, this is a deck that we had created for another project. Yeah, I think Karthik, we can move to the next use case, and handing over to you further.
So, Nikita, I think I just want to, before we move to the next use case, if the team or any of the members have used Notebook LLM, or if they have any questions, they can ask us or type it on the chat, and then we can move to the next use case.
Okay, I think we can go to the next slide. So, I mean, building custom agents is something is easy once you start working on it, right? But I would go to the point, why do we need a custom AI agents to begin with? So the purpose where AI becomes really handy is when you have a lot of transactions which are repeated and which are in a larger volume, right? So that's where we started to use AI agents. I mean, one classic example we have worked on is one of the projects where we had to use outcome harvesting framework. So in the outcome harvesting framework, we need to work on creating indicators. So to create the indicators, we used a custom GPT, right? So you're seeing the GPTs that we have created. So one of the GPTs that I have created is progress markers, right? So in this progress marker, if I just click this GPT, it should start. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So let's see what it can do. So it can analyze various program documents, identify outcome level changes, exclude weak indicators, generate KPIs, right? This is one of our requirement. How did we develop this? If you actually go and see, there is a document that we have created for this, right? So this is to understand how we are creating the document. So you'll create with a certain structure, why this tool is to be made, and what are the sources on the documents, and which parts of the document that should be referred to, right? And what is the kind of the confirmations you should see, right? And what could be logics around it, checks and balances around it, right? And based on that, you will give instructions to this chat GPT, right? Once you have done this, then you have created a custom GPT, right? And if I attach certain documents and I give certain references, then it will be able to create certain set of indicators for me. So I can demonstrate to you now. I don't know, I say please, it's up to you. I don't know, it makes a difference. Since I have already worked on the instructions, my prompt doesn't have to be specific. Okay, so it will create the KPIs for me. Sorry, it would take some time. So it is going through the instructions actually. I mean, it should ideally finish. Maybe I can go to the next use cases if you guys want.
So Karthik, I think there's a question from the team as to how did you come up with the prompt for the custom GPT? So maybe, while this happens, you can answer that.
So see, we should start with the problem statement. I mean, what is the real challenge we have? For example, I need to create a repeat set of indicators here. So if you see, it is created a proper table. So I need to see what is my requirement, right? So I need to see 36 set of indicators or set of indicators that I need to give it to my partners who are going to use this, right? And it is supposed to follow a framework. And this has to be taken in terms of, short term, medium term, and long term. That is expect to see, like to see, and love to see. And it is also supposed to come in specific areas or thematic areas where they are working, right? So this is the problem statement I have. And I have to do this again for 30 plus partners, right? And once I have this problem statement, I trade this with ChatGPT to create this instruction statement, right? What you see, that's why I started on the screen. I did not go on the ChatGPT screen. So if you see this, I developed this document after at least 3 or 5 iterations, right? So I created this process and I have tried and tested this model as an output. What are the errors I used to get? So if I see this now, ideally now this is a table, right? Here I see various quantitative indicators or qualitative indicators that is very relevant to this partner who is working across community institutions in terms of, environmental protection or agriculture and livelihood. So mainly they're working in climate change challenges and climate change practices. So once I have got this context, right, if you actually see I gave two documents, right? One of them is a proposal document, grant document, and the other is the what do you call the progress report document. So I know these are my requirements, these are my outputs, this is my problem statement. So I have prepared this instruction accordingly, and I've seen the outputs. Then I iterated my instruction statement or the prompt accordingly. So once it is all done, then I have to just copy and paste it here and then run this model, right? And again, if I have to update it, I can update it.
So, Karthik, is it possible for you to showcase how a custom agent is created, like by using this prompt from?
Okay. So there is a explore GPT screen here. Okay. So I have to go for create my GPT. Okay, I should define a GPT. Okay, let's say something. I will make it something very simple. I need to choose healthy food choice in terms of nutritional composition, meeting macronutrients and micronutrients as per RDA, recommended daily allowance. Create a my GPT instructions for me to make a choice in terms of red, orange, green. Sorry, wait a minute. So now this will create my GPT instructions. If you see, it is actually looking at various sources and will create that. And then you will go to the configure and give your content. So this, if you see here, this is the my GPT instruction that is creating. I think this may not be absolutely functional now because the content length might be a lot. Let me just copy paste and show you guys.
But I think Karthik, the team has gotten like how to go about it. They can definitely do it explore it at their level. So you can go to the results of your the use case that you wanted to show with the progress marker, and I just wanted to show the team the process of creating a custom GPT.
No, I have shown the progress marker. So it created those 36 KPIs, right? So that is for the progress markers.
We can't see the screen in case someone is presenting.
No. I was the one who's presenting. I was shifting it from the other screens. So the first point was we are creating AI agents where we had repeat tasks, right? So what you've seen is the 36 KPIs, whatever we have seen, or KPIs that you have seen, that we have to create that repeatedly for multiple partners. That's why we have created that AI agent. Okay. And the next thing is that you can create tables and stakeholder matrices using ChatGPT, where whom to engage, how to engage, or why to engage, right? I mean, that is mainly in terms of, either at a proposal development stage or during project engagement stage, you need to know where to do it. For example, even in the social protection program, I mean, if we have to go and see in the notebook LM, we can look into that. I will just present you that. Create a stakeholder matrix. In the table as per the requirements to achieve the project objectives that should get a triangulated validation So here you'll be able to see from the presented document. So we have done literature review here. We have done a proposal document. So we have given certain documents for us as per the content. So it is giving which are the stakeholders whom we have to reach, right? And what kind of engagement is also done. And this is clearly coming from the proposal, right? A lot of things are given as sources here. If you see here, this is from a evaluation document, right? And this tells you that which elements in the project analytical framework that is going to be looked into, right? So it is not only giving you the tool, it is a form of, IPP or indicator framework where you can review it. So this is, used during proposal stage or at a project management stage. So if you want to have a much accurate prompt, you can work with ChatGPT and come back here, right? And I will show you certain verbatim translators and SROI calculator that we have applied here. So if you see here, this is the tool that I have developed. The reason I have developed this is, in Notebook LM, certain set of files, we were not able to process, and it has its own limitations. This was created through AI Google Studio, right? Maybe once this translation is done, we'll be able to show. See here, I'm getting some API errors here again. So this has its own limitation in terms of its
I think we are only able to see your presentation and not the demo. Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the tool that I have created for translation or transcription, right? So this recording has been done in Hindi/English, right? And we are trying to do this tool. I mean, we are trying to translate this in a tool with API and tokens. So sometimes if the tokens are limited, then you won't be able to do it. And the reason I have developed this is because Notebook LM sometimes doesn't give me a complete verbatim, right? So Google AI Studio has APIs where it can use multiple sources. So while this gets translated, I will show you another tool where I have developed an end-to-end SROI reporting tool. So if you see this, I have just populated so that you would be able to see at the end of the day. So this is how we start. So you import files which is relevant to any particular project that you are working on. So in this case, I'm working on a project for an organization which is working on skill development. right? So if I'm going to put that and it will start importing relevant content around that. So I'm putting a questionnaire that I have developed for them. So I can use extract project and with the content, and I will go to the next, and it will automatically pop up, which are the ones it is. So this is taken for a program of social protection, right? And here I'm able to see for how many households this particular program is being covered for, right? And here I'm able to see the number of beneficiaries for the program. What are the states that is being covered? So here we have taken two set of beneficiaries. One is claiming health insurance, other are elderly individuals. So this is just for a sample reporting. So if you see that automatically we are able to pick up the financial inputs that is coming. It is almost like 1 crore 73 lakh something is the investment. And we got this from the program data that insurance is benefiting for 152, and elderly individuals who are benefiting from their old age pension is 724. And there are dead weight attribution displacement, other data you are able to see. So here you are able to get all these calculations automatically being done, right? This is why this becomes really easy. So you develop these app where you will be able to create multiple reports or use this kind of a repeat structure where you will do these calculations. So once this is all done, you'll be able to see an SROI calculated, right? What is the investment, what is the net social value, and for relevant outcomes. And you can see across, now you'll be able to generate even qualitative insights, right? If based on the content that you have provided, right? At a stakeholder journey, what is an awareness level, onboarding, and outcome achievement, right? This is a journey map. And then there is a river of life is another case study model that we have kept, right? As a barriers, as a challenges, and how you have navigated and how you have achieved a streamlined process. And then finally, you'll be able to see the sensitivity analysis, whatever you have done. And then at the end of the day, you'll be able to create insights within the content. For example, it will create a project brief. If you ask, you'll be able to create a theory of change, study objectives with AI, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to generate a full PDF report here, right? If you see it is all generating one by one. So this is for a complete SROI reporting. So if you see from, like we said, from a design to reporting, this is from a concept to reporting. This tool is being developed. And again, like I said, this would be primarily for repeat task and heavy duty task. If you see here, this tool is now ready. Let me just present you that again. So this is the SROI reporting tool, right? So which we are able to see where it is able to generate the report. And the previous one where we have given the transcription, right? It has created the transcription now, right? It has given the complete verbatim, which Notebook LM will not be able to do so, right? And this was done in partly in Hindi / Kannada / English, but this is absolutely in English. We were able to do so, right? So this is primarily for SROI and the the AI agents that we have created. I will just pause here. Any thoughts? Any questions?
I think I'll read out a couple of the questions that some of the participants have shared, Karthik. One is, how do you come up with the prompt for the custom GPT?
See, like I said, you start with your problem statement and your outcome, right? You need to know what you require at the end of the day. For example, as simple as I need to see a table with respect to columns and rows with specific content, right? And then I need to also visualize the process, right? I need to have a raw data, and within the raw data, what kind of documents I would be getting into, and how you would do it manually. You will have to make it as an instruction, and then give that prompt, and then iterate it with another prompt. So ask ChatGPT to write the prompt rather than you write the prompt. So however lame, however simple, however stupid you write, give that to ChatGPT, iterate with that, then create the custom GPT, and then see the outputs. If that is not there, then go back to the prompt, rework on that, see what kind of errors you are getting. Maybe ChatGPT, this model took me almost a couple of days, right? I have been literally there for 4 hours per day, right? So I would have spent that, so that I don't have to spend maybe every partner I need to spend maybe another 3 days or 4 days. So this repeat effort is more important to me in designing the prompt. So that's the important part here. I hope I have answered the question.
Thanks, Karthik. Then another similar question is, are custom agents the same as Claude skills? Would you say
Yes.
that the
Yes,
are the same?
they are, but Claude skills are more efficient because Claude skills, I mean, I wish I had the opportunity to talk about Claude skills. Claude skills are very simple that, for example, this is progress markers, and I just give a document, I put / progress markers, and I can put the content, and I'll automatically get the progress markers, and I can use progress markers in multiple levels of analysis. Here I will be able to extract only what output I specifically require. Claude skills take it to a very advanced level.
Okay, thanks, Karthik. And then also, why do you create the prompt in ChatGPT for use in Claude? Why not create the prompt in Claude itself?
That depends. I mean, I created on the ChatGPT because I have opened it and it was there. I mean, there is Claude can be much more efficient, but I am actually using ChatGPT because ChatGPT doesn't run on tokens. I mean, in the I think it's a pro model or something. I have a subscription. So in Claude, tokens are easily consumed. So I take let's say 70% ready prompt, then I give it to Claude. The 70% ready prompt itself is good enough, or great for Claude to work it out. If I do the prompt with the Claude, then my tokens would be over. I mean, that is one big reason I work with ChatGPT first and go to Claude. If I have a simple task, then I directly give the prompt to Claude, right? And it works.
And then one more question is there. What is QualiScribe?
So QualiScribe is the name I gave to the tool. So it is a qualitative research inputs that usually does a transcription. So I gave it as a QualiScribe as a name. So there is nothing specific about it.
Great. And then one more question is there. Is the model source tracked and based on inventory of similar past projects or based on the GPT instructions?
So 2 parts here. So Chat GPT instructions is what you give, right? And you need to have certain basis, right? So for example, in the context I was working, my input documents were the grantee documents, where the progress reports that is produced by the partners, and the journals they submit as a part of their quarterly submissions, right? So these documents are my input documents. If you don't have any specific input documents, which is fine, you can just go with only your ChatGPT instructions. In my case, I was lucky enough to have those documents, and that is the repeat process I will have. I would repeat for every partner with the unique set of grantee documents, unique progress report that the particular partner is producing, and the journal that is only relevant to them. Because I was working across different thematic areas, like I said, agriculture, child protection, climate change events. So they were on context specific. So I need to have my own input documents and my own specific instructions for those indicators to be made.
Okay, thanks so much, Karthik. I request all the participants that if you have questions and you're having issues accessing the chat, please write them in the sheet that is being shared. I'll reshare the link now in case it's gotten lost in the thread.
Okay, this is the last part of it. So after this, we have just 2 more slides. So we create reports and presentations, but it is also very important for us to use this before even you start working on a report, right? One of the important findings that I was using in Claude is going to its maximum usage or its best usage, right? So I'll just show you in Claude. See, we have written a proposal and we have kept, so my colleagues in the call, I mean, Manvi and others would be familiar with it, right? So I have been telling to my team, or, we have been thinking of writing a structure here, right? So based on the proposal, the analytical framework that we have developed, right? So Claude gives you an end-to-end, content, right? If you see here, it gives you what kind of data you should look at, which questionnaire you should look at, right? So the content I have fed to this prompt, this is why Claude is more specific. So I have clearly told what I want, right? But if you see that I have few inputs from my colleague Raghu, and I had a document and I had a questionnaire. So with all this, I'm able to prepare 90% of my content for my report. Where I'm going to source it, what would be my type of content, which section it's going to come, right? And how I'm going to have my narratives, right? And what could else be there, right? So even in each chapter, I would be more specific, right? What are the elements I'm going to pick it up from each questionnaire, right? So this is more specific, both at the mixed methods or at highly quant or qual, you'll be able to, effectively work on this. So I think Claude is more advanced, where you'll be able to use for such, specific and comprehensive content. So I would say that, when you use Claude effectively. I would just pause here. If there are any questions, we can answer, or else we can go to the next part.
I'll just read out a couple more questions that have come in, Karthik. The first one is, how can we learn more about using Google Studio for research and evaluation? I don't think some of the participants haven't heard of it before.
I would say start with YouTube. YouTube has fantastic videos, and even Google learning centers also that. But YouTube is the best way. I mean, I have learned a lot with my own hands-on, getting my hands dirty, right? And you start with something very simple, like translating a document to any Indian language, right? Or you can start doing step by step, right? So if you want to do a qualitative analysis on a particular framework, let's say that you want to do a inductive analysis, and you want to know what is inductive analysis and how you can create a tool. So if you have certain recordings, then you want to create an inductive analysis, then think of that, right? Then go to AI Google Studio, build, go to that build app section, and you can do it. So I would say YouTube is a good source.
Thanks, Karthik. Then another question is, how do you evaluate and benchmark the performance of a
I think
custom
Pranav, we can skip that one. That's more critical judgment, right? So you can move to the next question.
Okay, then one more question is, what techniques can be used to enhance retrieval quality and source grounding when a custom GPT relies on large knowledge repositories?
Sorry, could you read the question? That's too much of an information shots, man.
Sure, I'll go slowly. What techniques can be used to
Huh?
enhance retrieval quality and source grounding when a custom GPT relies on large knowledge repositories?
Okay, so basically, if I have to understand that you want to know the output quality, I believe, right? And what kind of sources are being referred to. I think again that comes to the prompt and the context, right? That is exactly what I was saying about my GPT also. So you need to have that human element in your review, right? So once you have that human element in the review, I would literally ask to review end to end, every word to word, every letter to letter. And once you're able to have that focus, then you should be able to see what is the error that is it's giving. So you should review the instructions, see the output, see the errors, come back to the instructions, get the instructions very specific, make the output specific, then see the output, test it and see the errors again, then go back to the instructions, modify the instructions and do it. And that is a iterative method. I think that is where AIs like Claude gets far more efficient and precise, right? They are avoiding all these hallucinations error. And that's why you may not use much of custom GPT, go to more of Claude. But Claude is expensive. And I would say if you want to try something in between, go for AI agents in Google Studio. I think I've answered the question.
Thanks a lot, Karthik. That's the questions we have so far. Maybe we should move forward to the next few slides.
Yeah, I think we only have 3 minutes, Karthik, so we can.
Okay, so I think I'll come in for these last ones. So throughout the presentation, what Karthik and Nikita has been speaking, we have been alluding to and talking about being careful when using AI. So we wanted to consolidate some of our experiences and the points where we can emphasize that care needs to be taken and attention needs to be paid, and what can we do about it. We've got a few points here that we'll go through. The first major issue that we'd see from our experience using AI is hallucination risk. AI can generate plausible but inaccurate findings that are not grounded in the source material. And what I often do see this myself. For example, if I ask the AIs, even Claude or ChatGPT, to give me reference materials or literature reviews, if there is not a literature paper available on a topic, there is always the risk that the AI could invent it. Similarly, if I were to say request the AI to develop a program for working with the community, the AI might reference a community structure that no longer exists but existed in the past. So what needs to be done very thoroughly in this case is
Karthik, you're on mute. I think you can take over. We've lost Pranav. So. Karthik, you're speaking on mute.
Sorry, I unmuted. Okay. So what Pranav was touching upon is the hallucination risk, right? So this is where models like Notebook LM comes handy. But besides that, it's very important for us to give more context and specific prompts, right? And give the proper source documents. And you should also see the other way if you're doing certain deep research and you don't have the literature or the specific documents, you need to ask for it. If you're not finding it authentic or credible, then you will have to ditch that, or else you'll be in the risk of giving false information or inaccurate information. And omission risk is also something very important. While you are doing analysis manually, you will be able to understand what you are including, what you are not including. But when you give it to an AI without a proper context or the proper prompt, I mean, it identifies the theme based on its own available information. So that is something that's very dangerous. For example, in one of our studies, where we were working with different vulnerable communities, and equity and inclusivity is a significant part of it. So while we were giving the analysis, we did ask for equity. It took only gender as an equity. It didn't bring the social category. So it was very important for us to see that we give it again, and it is able to bring more nuanced analysis, right? And context loss risk is again very important, where what you see for again even in the case like we said, gender specific, right? By design, certain programs might be applicable only for healthcare as a program, and if it thinks that it is not able to cater to certain set of community, maybe the context is very different. They have a different access to healthcare services from a different community, sorry, a different healthcare programs. So it's very important to see the context, whether you are too simplifying it or ignoring some of them, or not able to understand it. It's very important to see with your relevant information or the project related information that you have, or else the AI will not have the complete context, and you will have to feed it again and then say, hey, you are missing this piece, include that, right? And technical failures are very simple. I mean, even in the previous version, while I was saying, it may not be able to give it in the table format, right? So you need to iterate with it, or you need to use better set of tools. Like I said, if you go for Claude will give you now a complete, highly infographic PPT. Where the previous versions, even in the Claude, was not able to do that. So even now, ChatGPT is able to do that. So those sort of failures, you should be very clear and look at it. And validation requirement, I think again, it should be there as a part of a design. Some of them are not able to do it, but as you're building more skills, Claude by itself creates a model for you where you always look for it. So whenever I ask, it usually puts this triangulation validation in the skills what I'm bringing. So this is very important for you to see which are the information that you are looking at as validated by respect to sources. And I think that is one of the earlier questions we asked. These are the major risks that we had. Is Pranav there? Is Pranav joined back? Pranav?
Yeah, apologies. My internet connection dropped, Karthik. I'm here now.
Would you like to take the last slide?
Yeah. So, to sum up, we have divided our understanding of our use cases with AI into the short-term and long-term possibilities. In the near term, what we see AI can help in research is things such as multilingual analysis at scale, real-time synthesis during fieldwork, AI ancestry transcript validation, and custom tools built for specific evaluation frameworks. Generally, AI can come in and plug the gaps where they were erstwhile a lot of heavy manual labor, repetitive tasks, which can now be streamlined and which can help free up personal resources, mental resources, and human resources to focus on the more cognitive challenges of qualitative research work. In the longer term, and we see a better, more synthesized mixture of the human AI model within workflows, where human researchers design the frame and AI processes and structures data. So this allows human research to interpret and contextualize the outputs. And as usual, AI can accelerate the middle stage and also be a genuine thought partner by allowing structuring of outputs and preparation of research questions. So we can, as researchers, human researchers, we act as the filters and AI act as the baseline to come up with a rough draft. I think I would request Karthik or if there's anything to add. But coming to the last, what we are developing is using tools to develop custom models and agents which can help us accelerate specific workflows in areas based on the research questions and projects that we have, and not just generic AI capabilities. And that is where we feel the most powerful use cases of AI will be, where we customize them to bring them into our specific needs and our specific real world use cases. If there be anything you'd like to add, Karthik, Nikita.
Pranav, thanks a lot. I think we've passed the time, so we would like to close. And Karthik and Nikita, if you can just type out our email IDs in the chat in case the team has questions, they can always write to us and we can respond to them. But this is I hope this was as useful for all of you as it was presenting, and how it has helped us. So thanks a lot, everyone. So we've shared our email ID. You can reach out to us at to Karthik, and we will respond to your queries. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.